Hi guys, instead of whiskey today, I've got coffee because it's daytime. Not that that matters sometimes. Today I am watching The Crystal Skull. No, I keep saying that. Definitely not the Shia LaBeouf movie. Today I'm watching The Dark Crystal. And I've lost count at how many episodes this is. I think 5? I think this is episode 5 of Tamara's Never Seen, but we're gonna scrap the number system from here on out because I don't want to get to like, this is episode 62 of Tamara's Never Seen, I think, you know what I mean? We're just gonna let that whole thing go. We're gonna let it go, Tamara. We're just gonna let it go.
Tamara's Never Seen.
Huh. That was boring yet impressive. So it starts off with the exposition about the dying world and the dying leaders and the dying everything, and it's like, these are some like bleak ass puppets. But that being said, those puppets were incredible. I grew up knowing about Jim Henson because of Star Wars, and then David Bowie sadly passed, and I finally got to watching The Labyrinth. But until this opening sequence of this movie, I did not realize his power and his glory, and he's like to puppets what like Barack Obama is to black presidents. Like, he's the only one. And then it was like sometime in like the 5-minute mark of this movie that I was like, is it just gonna be puppets? Oh my god. I really thought there were gonna be human characters. No, puppets? This is incredible. I'm officially on board. I'm gonna walk right across my lap. You're gonna sit on my lap. Oh no, you're just passing by. Okay. So then they introduce Jen, who is the hero of the story. He's the chosen one. But he's like shown and he's sad and he's got his pipe, and they're like, even his pipe can't give him comfort. And I'm like, well, it's the wrong kind of pipe, obviously. It's a drug joke. Ah! That was really intense. I am so impressed with every puppet in this movie except for Jen. Jen's lifeless face is one thing, but like his voice, the voice actor, is just so lifeless. I don't know if that's like they just wanted somebody really like the straight man, or like they wanted that to be like, maybe that's how the whole species talks, but like it's weird. And sometimes he's like internally thinking things and his mouth doesn't move, so he's just like this. But master, I'm not ready to go alone. Sometimes he talks, but his mouth doesn't move well, so it's just like this. My peace pipe doesn't give me comfort. Maybe I should fill it with marijuana. You know, it's very distracting. Then you see the Skeksis, and they're like the rulers of the land, and they've got the main guy, the emperor, in the middle, and he's dying. And one of them like creepily comes up to him, and he looks at the other birds, and he's like, well, he's not dead yet. And I really wanted the emperor to like jump out of bed and pull a Monty Python and like start singing, well, I'm not dead yet, I can dance and I can sing. But he did not do that, sadly. So then the emperor does die, and he crumples into himself like a 1,000-year-old corpse, and it's horrifying, and it's seemingly pointless. I guess it's because the Skeksis have been alive and ruling forever. Oh yeah, and then you find out later that they're getting like life blood and life juice from these other lower peasants in the community. So maybe that's why, like he just ran out of life blood, and so yeah, I don't know why he crumples, but it's pretty horrifying. It's a pretty horrifying moment. So then they all try to decide who's gonna be the new emperor, and there's 2 candidates, and they just hit a rock a bunch of times, and whoever breaks the rock is the new emperor. I would never be emperor. Fuck. The battery's out. The shot looks a little different now because I had to change my batteries. Woo! Metal! Yes! Wow! So my favorite puppets in the whole movie are these giant evil crabs. Giant crab, evil crabs are my favorite puppets. And they look like Mirelurks from Fallout. And Mirelurks are horrific and scary. So like if you've ever played Fallout and you're in your like early levels of playing that game and you encounter a Mirelurk, they're pretty difficult to kill. So I felt for Jen a little bit. Mostly I was like, whatever, I don't care if you die, Jen. You're pointless and annoying. That's basic, but it was like 50-50. So Jen has to go get a crystal shard from Agura? I don't know. But she's like this really old woman puppet creature who talks like a dramatic chicken. Like she goes up at the end of everything. You want a shard? Then the mystics came? And I'm annoying? I'm sorry for that, but you had to know how she spoke. So then Jen meets Kira, who is like the female version of him, and they touch each other and they start dream sharing. So like something their kind can do. He's so... My dad's been watching this series and he's been saying that I shouldn't say the F word so much. But he's so fucking awkward! Sorry, Dad. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for watching. But they're like reliving these past dreams that they've had, and she's like seeing her parents being taken by monsters, and Jen is just over here like, ha ha ha, I'm taking a bath. What the fuck, Jen? No one cares. Again, I'm sorry, Dad, I'm so sorry. Also, Fizzgig is the Toto of Dark Crystal, and it's awesome. I am all about it. Good for him. He's an adorable little fluff ball. There's this disgusting scene where the Skeksis are eating and there's so many slurp noises and it's amazing, and they're like picking their teeth with their giant claw fingers, and also they drink like this. Oh. It's refreshing. Worth it. Kira gets captured and then sings like the creepy little Snow White that she is, and has all of these animals come and help her. Okay, just 1 second. It worked. Here you go. Here's a little piece of string cheese for you. Didn't work out as well as I thought it would. So then the end wraps up pretty quickly. He like heals the crystal and Kira gets stabbed and she dies, but they bring her back at the end. And the Skeksis are all like crumbling apart, and like all the little creatures get their lifeblood back, and solid. I definitely wasn't impressed with the part where Jen like heals the crystal and like puts the little crystal chunk into the giant crystal hole. I was like, anyone could have done that. It did not have to be Jen, this like boring, bland puppet. Okay, so the story could have been ramped up a bit. It was kind of every hero's story. It was a little boring. Honestly, I'm just so impressed by these puppets. Like, I really want to know how long it took them to make all these puppets, how long it took to shot, like from start to finish, what was the process of making this movie? Because it's gotta be intense. There were thousands of puppets. How long did it take to make one of those Skeksis? Like, it was crazy. It was really cool. I really enjoyed watching that. Totally 10 out of 10, worth it just to watch the puppets. Also, seeing this as a kid would have been pretty neat, I think. I just think that it was a little underwhelming story-wise. Are you a puppet? Are you looking for cheese? She's looking for cheese. I'm sorry I ate it all. So yeah, that was Dark Crystal. Pretty weird and puppety, if you ask me. That's what I would say if I was giving this a rating on Yelp. Dark Crystal. 6.5 out of 10. Very weird and puppety. Thank you, Wendy, for moving the camera. Just please. Oh God. Ike does not wish to participate in this video. He's feeling the demand of being a star, and honestly doesn't like your body shaming comments that you've been posting, so this is actually your fault. Bye! This is better. This is much better this way.